Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive with us.
It's great to be back.
Today, we're looking at a really inspiring story.
Yeah.
It's about this 68-year-old waitress named May, and
Totally.
her life changes completely after she has a run-in with Snoop Dogg at the diner she works at.
Wow. That's quite a story.
Yeah, so she's been a waitress for decades,
Hmm.
working long hours,
Yeah.
dealing with backaches, tired feet, all that.
You can only imagine.
It's really,
Dang.
she's just trying to get by, trying to save up enough to finally retire.
Right, makes sense.
But retirement feels like a distant dream at this point.
Yeah, I bet.
And then Snoop Dogg walks into the diner.
Okay. This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, so you've got Snoop, this, celebrity icon,
Right.
and May, this hardworking waitress who's just trying to make it through another day.
Yeah, and we always talk about these social dynamics and the assumptions we make about people based on their status.
Absolutely.
So in this case, you have Snoop with all his success and influence, and then May, who's just trying to get by.
It's like they're from different worlds almost.
Exactly.
Okay, so picture this. The diner's packed. It's the lunch rush. You know how it gets.
Oh, yeah.
And May's rushing around trying to get all the orders out.
Mm-hmm.
And in all the chaos, she accidentally spills coffee on Snoop Dogg.
Oh, no.
Yeah, everyone freezes, like the whole diner goes silent.
I can only imagine.
The manager's freaking out, think he's going to get sued or something.
Right.
But then Snoop does something completely unexpected.
What does he do?
He just brushes it off like it's no big deal.
Really?
Yeah, he tells May not to worry about it and even insists on covering her tables for a bit so they can talk.
Wow, that's unexpected.
Right. You'd think someone in his position would be, upset or at least annoyed.
Yeah, you'd expect a little more drama, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But instead, he's just kind and understanding.
It makes you wonder what sparked that generosity.
Yeah, like did he see something in May that made him connect with her on a human level, beyond the whole celebrity waitress thing?
That's a good point. Maybe it was just a moment of genuine human connection.
Yeah, and as they talk, Snoop starts asking May about her life, about her work, her struggles, and he even asks about her dream of opening a cafe.
Oh, wow. So it goes beyond just a simple apology.
Yeah, it becomes this real conversation where Snoop is actually listening to May and acknowledging her struggles.
That must have been so validating for her.
Absolutely. How often do we feel truly seen and heard, especially by someone we perceive as being from a different world?
Right. It's like he gave her permission to dream again.
And then as Snoop's leaving, he does something else that's totally unexpected. He leaves May a note.
A note.
Yeah, and it's not just any note. It's a cryptic message that hints at a turning point in her life.
Ooh, mysterious.
Yeah, and that's where we'll pick up in the next part of our deep dive.
Can't wait to hear what happens next.
Stay tuned.
So that note from Snoop.
Yeah, it wasn't just words,
Right.
May finds a check inside.
Whoa, seriously?
Yeah, Snoop calls it a small token to help her restart her dream.
That's amazing.
But it's more than just the money, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's about belief,
Right.
Snoop believed in May, and that gave her permission to believe in herself again.
That's powerful.
It really is, especially when you've faced so many setbacks like May had.
And, starting a business at 68,
Yeah, that's not exactly the typical entrepreneur story.
there must have been moments where she doubted herself.
Totally natural to have those doubts.
Like, what if she fails? What if she's too old to be doing this?
I mean, society kind of tells us that entrepreneurship is a young person's game.
Yeah, it does.
But May's story flips that on its head.
Totally. So she starts planning, researching, finding a location.
Mm-hmm.
And she even has to deal with a skeptical landlord.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he doesn't think she can pull it off at her age.
Wow, it's tough.
But May doesn't back down. She stands her ground and eventually convinces him to give her a chance.
Good for her.
And just when those doubts start creeping back in,
Yeah.
she gets a text from Snoop. Yeah, a simple message just saying, don't let anyone discourage you. You've got this.
Wow. Talk about a confidence boost.
Right, coming from Snoop Dogg himself.
It's like having your own personal cheerleader.
Totally. And for May, that message probably meant the world.
I bet it helped her push through those tough moments.
Yeah, absolutely. So she pours her heart and soul into renovating the cafe.
Mm.
But of course, there are always bumps in the road.
Right.
And for May, it's a major plumbing issue.
Ugh, that's the worst.
Throws her whole budget and timeline off track.
That's got to be so demoralizing.
Yeah, but she doesn't give up.
She perseveres.
She reaches out for help and finds support from unexpected places.
It shows that even when things are tough, there are people willing to lend a hand.
And finally, after all the hard work and setbacks, the grand opening arrives.
The moment of truth.
And guess who her first customer is?
Snoop.
You got it.
Talk about a full circle moment.
Right, the cafe's packed, everyone's excited, there's this amazing energy in the
You
air.
can almost feel it.
And May's eyes well up with tears as Snoop walks through the door, smiles, and says, "Told you could do it."
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a moment that embodies the power of belief and support and seeing someone's dream come true.
It's beautiful.
So May's Cafe is a hit right out of the gate.
It's not just a place to eat, it's a community.
Exactly. And then things get really interesting. The story of May and Snoop goes viral.
Really?
Yeah, pictures and videos from the grand opening, they just spread everywhere online.
Wow.
And suddenly May's Cafe is like this internet sensation.
The power of social media.
Right. But, with all that attention comes a different kind of challenge.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, not everyone's happy for May.
Seriously?
Yeah, there are people online who start questioning her motives.
Like what?
Some say she's just using Snoop for publicity.
Oh, come on.
Others criticize her age, saying she's too old to be starting a business.
That's just mean.
And it's tough, because she's put her heart and soul into this cafe.
Right.
But May doesn't let the negativity get to her.
How does she handle it?
She decides to turn it into something positive.
Okay.
She launches this Pay It Forward initiative at the cafe.
I love that.
Yeah, customers can prepay for meals or drinks for people in need.
That's so clever. It turns the negativity into an act of kindness.
Exactly. And it really takes off.
I bet.
The cafe's thriving. The community loves it.
That's great.
But then May starts facing another challenge.
What is it this time?
This one's more personal.
Okay.
She's been pushing herself so hard, working long hours, trying to do everything herself.
Yeah.
And it starts to affect her health.
Oh, no.
She ends up collapsing from exhaustion.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
She realizes she can't do it all alone.
We all need to learn that lesson sometimes.
And while she's recovering, the community she's built steps up in a big way.
That's what it's all about.
Her customers, her friends, they all come together to help out.
Wow.
They organize shifts to keep the cafe running.
That's amazing.
They make sure the Pay It Forward program keeps going.
So inspiring.
And they even find ways to expand some of the community services May started.
It's like the community's taking care of her the same way she's taking care of them.
Exactly. And when May recovers, she comes back with a new perspective.
Oh, yeah.
She realizes the importance of delegation and building a strong team.
Right. You can't do it all yourself.
And she starts training her staff to take on more responsibilities
Smart move.
so the cafe can thrive even when she needs to step back.
Makes sense.
Years go by, and May's Cafe becomes a true landmark in the community.
It's a testament to her hard work and her vision.
And then on the 10th anniversary of the cafe, May makes a big decision.
What's that?
She decides to step down from day-to-day operations.
Wow.
She passes the torch to one of her employees who she's been mentoring.
So she's ensuring the cafe's legacy continues.
Exactly. It's a bittersweet moment, but it's also a beautiful ending to her story.
It really is. So what are some key takeaways from May's journey?
I think it shows us that age is just a number, that kindness can have a ripple effect that changes lives,
Absolutely.
and that community support can make all the difference.
It's inspiring.
May's story is a reminder that even when things get tough,
Yeah.
there's always hope, and the human spirit can triumph.
Well said.
And I think it leaves us with a question to ponder.
What's that?
How can we incorporate acts of kindness and community building into our own lives?
It's a good question.
How can we use our unique talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world around us?
Yeah, how can we create our own ripple effects of kindness?
That's something for all of us to think about.
Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure. And until next time, keep those ripples of kindness flowing.